All right, so last night prepped these for this morning. These are apple pie oatmeal loaves. So right now it's 5:15 a.m. I woke up this morning at 205.8. So the last 4 days I've been in the 205s. And now that EIB is over, energy expenditure isn't as high on a daily basis. So weight loss is kind of staying the same or not increasing at this point. So I'm going to give it like 2 more days. If I don't see a decrease in weight from the scale, I'm going to drop carbs to 300. They're at 325 right now. But when I get deeper into a cut and a diet, I get more experimental with my foods. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm making, like you guys saw, apple pie, loaf, oatmeal bakes, something of that nature. They're baking right now, 350 for like 15 to 20 minutes. And what's in it is 1 cup of just old-fashioned oats. Don't use the quick oats, it doesn't turn out as well. And then I diced up 227 grams of Gala apple, mix that up in there. 122 grams of light applesauce, which is just those little cups. It has maybe 12 grams per cup of carbs. Cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, because I couldn't find apple pie spice, and that kind of just makes it up on its own. Baking powder, 1 egg, and then half a cup of almond milk. Mix all that up, put it in little muffin or loaf tins overnight. You don't have to do it overnight, it's just I did it for convenience for this morning. And then throw it in the oven and it's good to go. So I'm about to get that out right now. Should be done, and we'll see what it's like. So these things smell absolutely delicious. Like you can smell the nutmeg, the allspice, the cinnamon. So essentially it's just like baked oatmeal, but made into little loaves. And then I have just 1 protein shake, 2 scoops of chocolate whey with half a cup of almond milk and like 1 cup of water. And then I'm just gonna throw some of this Carrie's sugar-free syrup on top of these, and we should be good. So macros are on the screen for this meal. It's my pre-PT meal. We're running like 3 miles of PT this morning. All right, post PT, we did a 3-mile route, which is all uphill it's called Dragon Valley. It's right behind Camp Casey. And then we did just like 100 push-ups, kept it pretty simple. What we like to do is like, some people do 100 push-up burnouts for PT. I'm not a huge fan of burnout workouts. So we'll do like sets of 25, 4 sets. Sometimes we'll go up to like 200 push-ups. But that was PT, now going to the gym, gonna hit legs. I'm absolutely starving right now. So it's 11:30. Typically I have something small after a workout going to work. But I was rushing this morning. I just didn't have time to make anything. Usually I have like a Nature Valley granola bar or something very small. Picked these up at the commissary yesterday. So these Laughing Cow light creamy Swiss cheeses. I figured it'd be a good idea to throw these on like potatoes. So I microwaved 12 ounces of red potatoes for 6 minutes. Then I threw on 2 wedges of these Laughing Cow cheeses, some salsa, some sea salt, and then on the side I have 8 ounces of just pre-cooked chicken breast and just regular mustard. People always ask me how I cook my chicken. If I'm back home, I'm always gonna grill it. I just love grilled chicken. But here, don't really have that option or convenience. So what I just do is bake it, throw a bunch of different seasonings on. Like, I don't really know what I'm throwing on. Typically, I just buy a bunch of different stuff at the grocery store, and then throw a bunch of stuff on. Typically, like Mrs. Dash, because they have some pretty good flavors. And then I just have a bunch of chicken. I'll do this like twice a week. So this is a lunch right here. I'll have the macros on the screen. Something very quick, convenient, and high in volume with these potatoes. Just to give you guys like a quick comparison, how close I live to work right now. So this is the door to work. That building over there, right there, that's where I live. And because I live so close, it kind of makes it convenient. I don't really have to prep any meals. Like back when I was in Texas, I had to prep my first 3 meals every night to take to work the next day. But here I can just run to and from work to make a quick meal. So I'm about to go to a meeting. I wanted to have something right now. It's like 2:30. So this is just 4 regular rice cakes with 2 tablespoons of peanut butter on there. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter on 4 rice cakes does not go far. There is 1 banana and then a little bit of cinnamon. Since dieting, this has been like one of my favorite snacks. It's just not that dense in calories. It's higher in volume with the rice cakes. And then I have another protein shake, just 2 scoops of chocolate protein, 1 cup of almond milk, some water, just for some more volume. I have the macros on the screen. If you haven't tried this out, give this a try. Honestly, this is like by far one of my favorite dieting snacks. Just got off of work. One thing I wanted to talk about in this video is when to make adjustments to macros. And to give you kind of a story about how I completely messed it up. So like when I first started dieting for my bodybuilding show, my first one I did in 2013, that's when I first started tracking macros and using flexible dieting. Prior to that, I was just eating clean. So I didn't really have any knowledge on the practice or the theory behind it. So what I did is from 16 weeks out until peak week, I had a like schedule of when I was going to make changes to my macros. So like for example, 10 weeks out, I was going to drop carbs by 50 grams. At 6 weeks out, I was going to drop carbs by another 50 grams. And I realized early on that's not the way to do it. It just doesn't work like that. You should make changes when only absolutely necessary to maintain intensity in the gym, muscle mass, strength, healthy hormone levels. So only make changes when absolutely necessary. And when you first start a diet, you're going to be able to lose weight at a faster pace than you will when you're leaner. So when I'm, like say, 20 weeks out from a show, I can lose weight maybe at 2 pounds per week. And then when I'm 5 weeks out from a show, I can maybe only lose like half a pound per week. And the more body fat percentage you have, the more amount of weight you can lose in a shorter period of time. And that's something I'm starting to realize right now as I get leaner, that the weight's not coming off as easy. And that's just something that's going to happen. That's why you need to give yourself plenty of time during a diet, no matter what you're cutting or dieting for, to factor in those kind of weight loss stalls and lulls and periods of time. So the way I kind of manipulate macros is I never take fat lower than 0.4 grams per pound of lean body mass. You can find this using just a calculator online. It's not going to be exactly accurate or exact, but it's close enough. So like for me, I'm 205 right now. I'm not going to take fat lower than 60 grams, and that's about what it's at right now, 60, 65 grams, and I only manipulate carbohydrates from this point out. And when I manipulate carbs, it's only when I'm seeing a trend of not losing any more weight over a period of time, a week or two, and I'll decrease it in small increments. So 25 grams at a time, 100 calories, and you take it very slow and manipulate macros, primarily carbs, only when absolutely necessary, and that'll help you maintain your strength, your muscle mass, healthy hormone levels, all that good stuff. So keep that in mind when you're making adjustments to macros. All right, so for dinner, I want to keep it pretty high volume because it's my last meal of the night. It's 6 o'clock right now. I probably won't go to bed till like 9:30, but it's essentially a stew. So I'm going to chop up some mushrooms, some zucchini, some red pepper. I'm going to use these Rotel mild diced tomato and green chilies as like the base or the liquid of it, just to add some volume and some flavor. And then I'm going to add 8 ounces of pre-cooked chicken breast I have. I just heated it up a little bit. And then 1 cup of this Uncle Ben's Ready Rice. This is the long grain and wild. So I already threw this in the microwave for 2 minutes. It makes 2 servings in the package. So I'm going to weigh out 136 grams. And then just add all of that into the pan that I have heating up right now on the stovetop. And we should be good. So the macros on the screen for this. This is the last meal. Even if you didn't add the rice, it would still be a lot of volume with the meat, the zucchini, the peppers, the mushrooms. You could add onions. Really, any types of vegetables would keep the carbs lower. So this is the last meal that we're having. The total macros for the day: 249 protein, 313 carbs, with 37 grams of fiber and 58 grams of fat. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm about like 9.5 weeks down into the cut. So far, so good. Thanks for watching.